Okay, just wanted to document this e-mountain bike that I'm building or putting together. This is a Schwinn Axum DP, 17-inch medium frame. And the motor that I'll be putting on there is a mid-drive Bafang 750 watts. Got the battery sitting over here. It's a 13 amp hour. So one thing that I have encountered so far are these where the cables sit. The battery will be sitting here, mounted here. I will have to cut or grind these things off here. So I tried using a Dremel first, and it's just taking too long. I figured the quickest way is to just use a hacksaw, cut straight down, shear it off. Get the motor back on the frame just for a test fit, and got this motor mount, purchased it from Luna Cycle, and I had to use a vise to bend it at this angle to conform to the frame, like so. And the original mount that it came with, I've heard that it doesn't secure the motor too well, and it will have the motor will have tendency to move, and by putting this, it should secure it better. Just wanted to show you guys this. So when you bolt the motor on, you will find that there's a gap right there. It'll probably be hard for you to see, but right there, so there's a space. Now these were on the water bottle holder that took it off of the bike. You just drill a hole, and there you have your spacer that fits perfectly in between the motor and the mount. The connectors on this motor comes with a Anderson, and the battery that I purchased, the connector is a XT60. Luckily I had these from my drone builds, so I will be cutting this off and soldering this on. Alright, I'm super excited about this. Got everything connected. Then after this, just to test it out, and then after that I'll mount it on the bike. But as you can see, I got the battery. Oh, I had to so I soldered the XT60 on there, and got the LCD going, and now this is the throttle. So everything's working good so far. So installed the crank, and I noticed that it is pretty close to the frame there, and there's still a lot of gap there. So I'm gonna go back to the stock crank, and see if it'll give me more clearance. So I can't use the Bafang cranks because it touches too close to the frame, and these are the stock bicycle cranks, and it fits, but this side, the sprocket looks like it's welded on there, and there's just no way I can get that off. I have these spare cranks laying around, and I'm gonna try to put these on. Maybe a combination of this and the Bafang. As you can see, there's a difference. The hole is at an angle, and this is the stock bicycle crank. So, but this looks like it will match. This is my spare. It will match with one of the Bafang crank. Got the cranks on, so I had to use a combination of this crank I had laying around, and this is the Bafang crank, the crank that came with the Bafang motor. And as you can see, there's space now, and the other side is no problem. So we got the battery mounted, and it was a bit of a pain mounting the battery because I had to drill a hole in the battery plate to match the screw holes on the bicycle frame. And this is my setup right here. The throttle, the derailleur control levers are right here, brake sensors. Currently this is how I have it set up, but eventually I'll be using epoxy to hold that in place. The remote, LCD screen, and so currently I'm not able to go on the last two bigger gears here. I will need a longer chain to be able to do that, but let me power it on, switch it on there, turn it on here. So this is level 1, and I will use the throttle. And as far as pedal assist,